Good afternoon from the Second Age of Reason. We are here to talk about the attacks on the World Trade Center, the anniversary. Many people are talking about what they were doing on that fateful day. That day that took place 10 years ago. Good morning from the Second Age of Reason. We are here to commemorate the attack on the Twin Towers in New York. So, many things have happened. Wars have been started. Like I said, wars, more than one. And the financial condition of the world has totally fallen apart. And it's just not what it used to be. A lot of our constitutional rights have been abridged, much to our chagrin. It's been 10 years. And people are wondering, what were you doing on that fateful day? Were you at home? Were you at work? Were you out and about? What was your reaction? So, just remembering what were you doing on that fateful day. I was at work. I was in my cubicle. I heard people talking about it. Some say it was Islamic extremists, and that may be so. Then there's a group called the Truthers. They want to know the real truth, because maybe the United States government had something to do with it. Maybe the shadow government had something to do with it. Why? To enable a war to be precipitated, or wars. And what would the advantage in that be? The advantage in that would be grand profit. Grand profit for the military-industrial complex. Grand profits for people who have insurance policies taken out on the properties affected. Grand profit for the rebuilding effort after the war has destroyed everything. So, I mean, there are motives. At a certain point, I thought it was a good idea to call home a family. Told them about it. They turned on the news. What is it about? New York has been attacked. It looks like we're going to be at war. In fact, it had the look and feel very much of Pearl Harbor. So, is it a Pearl Harbor? The following few days, I was reading a German language newspaper called Die Stadt, and it had a picture of the towers, and it said, Pearl Harbor, New York City. What the truth really is, what shall we know? Another thing, if you do find out that to be the truth, if you do find it to be the truth, there are consequences. What should those consequences be? What will it mean for you and your patriotism? What will it mean for other people's patriotism? Many people have noticed the degradation in their civil rights, in their constitutional rights. Many people have noticed it. Many people have acquiesced, have become apathetic to it, that that's just the way it is. And of course, after that was led the big run-up to the wars, was the big fear campaign for the war on terror, and the rest is history. A report came out talking about the causes and the events that transpired. Not everybody totally believed the reports. There's a group out there, they call themselves Truthers. And there are several varieties of them who doubt the account as depicted by the government. But is that the way it should be? So I think, once you know stuff, there's not only consequences, but perhaps there's obligations put on you. And what are you going to do about it? There is the truth that aircraft did strike the two towers. There's the truth that at least 3 towers fell. Building 7 is a mystery. Something struck the Pentagon. What exactly is not really known for sure. The official reports is an aircraft, but for being one of the most secure places on Earth, probably with many, many surveillance cameras, there is very little surveillance footage available of the event. Also, one of the aircraft supposedly crashed in Pennsylvania. There is some wondering about that. I just thought I would bring that up in passing. There is also the fact that some of the passengers managed cell phone calls where they shouldn't have been able to do cell phone calls. So that's interesting. The other aspect is the planning and everything. Some say it was just by some Islamic extremists. Some say the United States government or the shadow government had something to do with it. So they want to bring out the truth, what really happened and what did, and hopefully commemorate the 10th anniversary. The idea was that America should not compromise our values and our rights in the name of a perceived artificial threat, a threat against an ism. There should be no such thing. There's not much that can be gleaned from current evidence because much of the evidence has been removed. So, until we know more later, we have to just wonder. Because if you do learn the truth, that let's say the United States government was somehow involved in promoting this thing and enabling it in some way, what does that mean? Because then you have the truth. What are the consequences? What do you want to do about it? Because if you know something, at a certain point, you become obligated. So, as you would like, please give me your opinions and put your ratings and questions below. And until later, we'll be seeing. So, I just thought I'd mention that. So, just commemorating the event. Hopefully, at some day, we will learn the real truth. More information will come out. And we would like to see if there would be consequences. And what would that mean? So, until later, we'll be seeing it.